What's up everyone, welcome back or welcome to it. Jumping straight into today's video, I'm doing a what's on my iPhone 14 Plus. I've had the iPhone 14 Plus for about the last week or so now, maybe a week and a half, and I'm super keen to show you guys and do more videos on it as well. If you're keen for those, make sure you subscribe down below, turn on post notifications so you don't miss videos every Friday. I'm trying to be as minimalist as possible. I've got it down about as best as I can, just trying to keep it all nice and simple and distraction free for when I work, and it's gone pretty well so far. But other than that, we're going to jump straight in. Alright, so getting straight into it, here is my lock screen. I have a photo of The Weeknd, he's my favourite artist, and if you have a wallpaper like this with a separate background, a really cool trick is you can actually make it overlay over the time. I've got the time right there in red. And above that, I've got the date and the sunset time as well. That's about it for the lock screen, but if we slide across onto the widgets page, I have up here the weather widget. Just really easy to be able to look at the weather quickly, which is something I do all the time as a photographer and videographer. Secondly, I have my schedule here on the calendar widget. All these widgets are the large widgets as well. That's also really handy to have. Third down here is the fitness widget. That shows my rings from my Apple Watch. It's just a lot easier to slide over there and have a quick look instead of going onto the Apple Watch. And lastly, I have the podcast widget. It shows 2 podcasts here that you've recently listened to, so you can tap on those and start those again. But that's all I have on this page. I just keep the 4 things I use the most. I don't normally scroll down, but if I wanted to add something else, I can. Going into the home screen, I have a Widgetsmith photo widget up here. I have a little quote on that on a black background. The background to match with my lock screen wallpaper is just the color set to black, and it matches the black icons as well. These are just icons I found on Pinterest, I'm pretty sure. They all come in a set and I downloaded them all. There's only 8 on here, which is the main apps I use. I use FaceTime, I use the calendar for scheduling everything, and I use the Photos app a lot, and I use the camera app a lot as well. I shoot mainly on iPhone now as well, which is another really cool thing. Down to the second row, I have the Mail app, just for checking emails quickly. I normally do this on my laptop, but I sometimes check it on my phone as well. And then we have the Notion app. Notion is a really good note-taking app. I highly recommend trying that out because the Apple Notes app isn't the best. I used to use it all the time, but the Notion app just works a lot better for me. I have a content calendar on there. There's templates you can use. There's all different types of formats you can use. You can make your own templates. You can download templates from everyone else. There's free ones, and there's just a use for everything with this app. So I definitely recommend trying that out. Next up, we have the fitness app. I normally go onto here and check it out when I'm at the gym or doing something fitness-wise, so I use that a fair bit. And then last but not least is the Maps app. Down the bottom, I have just the basic apps as well. I have the phone app, the messages app, Safari. I just use the basic Safari on iPhone. Syncs across to my MacBook as well. I don't normally recommend using the Chrome app. I don't like it personally, but that's completely up to you. I just use the default Safari, and I use Apple Music app as well. And that's all that's on my home screen. I only have one page, trying to keep my phone as minimalist as I can, and it's going pretty well at the moment. Trying to keep the least amount of distractions. I have most of the notifications turned off, and I use focus modes a lot as well. Speaking of focus modes, we're going to check out the control center. Here on the control center, I just use all the basic stuff, and I've added some shortcuts down the bottom here. I use the torch, the screen recording, the low power mode, which I have on pretty much all the time. I use the timer, calculator I use a lot, as well as the wallet. I don't have the double press the power button for the wallet. I find it super annoying and it takes a second or 2 longer to turn the phone on and off. So I have that turned off. I just keep it down in the control center for when I need it, as well as the Apple TV remote and the Shazam. Shazam is a cool app you can use to find music. If you're out somewhere and you hear a song playing, this app will recognize it and tell you what song it is, take you straight to Apple Music or Spotify or even YouTube, and you can find the song straight away. Definitely recommend trying that out as well. But going back up here, I have my home favorites in there. I only have 2 HomeKit accessories, so those are both there. I have my lamp in my office here, and I have a HomePod as well. But about the last thing left is the focus modes. I have 4 focus modes. I use Do Not Disturb, that's just the standard. Block everything, block everyone's calls. I have the work mode. I have this set up and customized for me. I've blocked most notifications from the apps, and I only allow text messages and calls from certain people. And I also have this set up in the Shortcuts app with another app called Opal, which will block Instagram and Snapchat and any other social media apps when I have this turned on. Going down to the third one, I have the standard sleep mode. This will turn on the sleep and it will set my alarm for the next morning. This one turns on automatically at night time, or I normally turn it on my Apple Watch as well. I track my sleep with my Apple Watch, so it's very handy to stop the screen brightening and waking you up in the middle of the night, because that's never a good thing. And that just blocks all the notifications as well, so it's not buzzing through the night. And last but not least is the fitness mode. When I start a workout on my Apple Watch, I have this set to turn on automatically. You can do this in the automation in the Shortcuts app. If you guys want to see a tutorial on how to do those, make sure you let me know down in the comments down below. I'm open to any video suggestions. But this just blocks certain callers and certain texts from people, as well as social media notifications as well. It's pretty much the same as the work one for me, it just doesn't block the apps. And that's about it. About the last thing to really go over on the phone is the app library. All the apps I download, I have set to go to app library straight away. I only keep the one page on my home screen, so I want to keep it that way, so they just go straight to the app library. Whenever I need a certain app, I either go through to the app library and find it, or I swipe down from the top and search. Another thing you might have noticed too, when I slide down from the top, there's no Siri suggestions, there's no apps up here. I just find that really annoying, so I turn that off in settings. But all the apps are all in here, all categorized for when I need. But that's about all there is to it. And that's about it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you're keen for more videos like this on the iPhone 14, make sure you subscribe down below for new videos every single Friday. Turn on post notifications so you don't miss them. Leave a like while you're down there. If you got any other video suggestions, let me know down in the comments below as well, because I'm still learning and I'm still super keen to make more and more videos on this iPhone. I have more tutorials coming out for you guys in the future, and I have a very special video coming out next Friday as well. If you're keen for that, make sure you subscribe so you don't miss videos every Friday at 7 PM. If you want to see Instagram stories about videos like this, make sure you follow my Instagram down below. It'll be in the description, @JakeFilmAndPhoto. I'm posting daily reels on there as well with little tutorials. So if you want to watch those, make sure you give me a follow. But other than that, I'll see you in next week's video.